before it plays music that will get me copyright struck. And we are live. We are live. I should do the sherry thing. And so I'm live now. What does that button do? No idea. Don't often do a live show like this on my phone on YouTube. So I've no idea what's going to happen, which is always fun. But I think if I go on the chat on a different device, then that should make life a heck of a lot easier. Paisley is here too. That's the thing that's happening. I can go on the actual YouTube app and then sign in as me. Battered ancient old iPad. Here we go. Am I even signed in on this at all? I'm not even signed in on this at all. Wait, I was signing in. And I have an eerie glow from beneath. There we are. And if I pause that, but still I'm in the chat. Okay, so I can see the chat. This is all good. Then I guess we just sit quietly and wait for somebody to say something. That's how this thing goes. Hey Rebecca, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome to the show. We're going live on YouTube for a change, because I don't do this enough, and I should be sat on cushions. I should have done this all differently from the start, and I didn't. This will come back to bite me in the rear end. Oh, hello AG. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the live stream. Talking about BPD or NPD or anything you feel like. Whatever. It's Friday night. I've got nothing else to do. It's just me and the dog. So let's do a live stream and do whatever you want. And we can talk about whatever you like. I'm going to start doing more ADHD stuff, but I'm not ready for that yet. Because I think it's my next big thing, isn't it? So I kind of need to get onto that and learn more about it, because I know very little about it. And I think I have it, so I think I should know why if I'm going to start saying that. You know? It's what I did with the other things. Is there anywhere else I can share this? Or anything like that? How are you two anyway? How are you doing? How's your week been? This is the fun thing with Friday night. I just think the world is more relaxed and chilled out on a Friday night. I like doing Friday night live streams. I just don't like to try to commit to them, because it kind of takes up your own Friday night. I've forgotten what I was doing on my iPad now. I feel like it was something. Was it Twitter? Is Twitter even on here? Because I don't use my iPad for anything. No, it's not even on here. Never mind. And I can't log into it on the web browser because it'll want the two-factor. Never mind. I should just go back to the chat so I can see if you guys are chatting and saying anything. Are you? Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah. Tell everyone, share, tweet, whatever. All the things you have to do. I do appreciate it. How does ADHD manifest to me? Well, this is the question, right? This is the question, and I need to make sure I've got the good answers for that. Because I have a lot of things that I think are down to ADHD. And I need to know if they are. I mean, I'm not assessed. I'm not, you know, it's all going to be figured out, right? But how do I think it manifests in me? Big things. First, I mean, just major lack of focus. You know, like, staying on topic, staying in, is a big thing for me. Like, I need to find the meme image. But this was one of the first things that put me onto it. It was a meme showing like the direction of a conversation with a person with ADHD and how it goes all over the place. And that was the first thing that I saw years ago, and realized that's every podcast I've ever recorded, right? And you're going to notice it tonight. I'm not going to stay on topic, right? I'm concentrating a bit now, so I might, but it will wander. And you all know I'm very easily distracted. So there's the look squirrel element of it. That is a thing. I have great physical restlessness. I have trouble settling and doing something. There's the hyper-focusing thing, which I also do. There's the lack of awareness of passage of time, which is a big thing with me. I'm terrible at understanding that time has passed. And have all the problems that comes with that. And the emotional instability, which is a tricky one, because BPD comes with emotional instability. But to me, I've really been, looking into this hard. Like, it feels like there's two types of emotional instability going on in my head. And the BPD one feels like a much bigger, slower moving up and down wave, right? That's the stuff with like the blanket of sadness, the moods that come for potentially a couple of days, that sort of thing, right? Whereas the ADHD instability feels much more immediate and short-fired. Like, it's the stuff that makes me well up when I'm getting excited about something, or talking about something exciting or emotional, like being that level of emotionally unstable. I've talked about how, I have to wear earbuds in the supermarket in case the music they're playing makes me cry. That's the ADHD instability that I'm talking about, right? It's so much quicker and sharper and much more fragile than the BPD thing. The BPD is slower moving, bigger, like higher highs, lower lows, and that it plods along. And yeah, it's that short. It's still a shorter wave than, say, a bipolar person with huge, big, moving waves of emotion. So that's it. And I imagine with the right sort of talking therapy and that sort of thing, other things will come out. And it's behaviors that have always been there that I'm looking at. I'm trying not to like, anything recent, whatever, but I'm very wary of self-diagnosis. I want a proper assessment. Hello, Super Anxiety Chick. Nice to see you here. Have I tried compassion-focused therapy? No, I haven't. I have never heard of that, but it sounds nice. Idyllic Axiom, hello. Is this from a thing? You've yet to watch. I didn't. Is this right? You've yet to watch. I love your show, Rich. I have to watch all the new seasons of that show. Is this from a show? Because if it is, I need to watch all seasons of that show. I was actually going to get changed and put a different one on before I did this slow stream, but no. Have I tried sativa for the ADHD? As in the weed? Possibly, yeah. Although not specifically. Or is that other stuff that makes you go weird for 5 minutes and take your trousers off? That kids were taking a couple of years ago. In which case, no, I've never tried that. I've never tried anything that makes you go particularly weird in that way. Other things that point to ADHD, while we're on the subject of have I tried various substances, this is another thing between you guys and me. Going back years to times when, you're like experimenting and trying stuff for the first time, and things not in any way affecting me to the same degree or in the same way as everybody else. That sort of thing. I hesitate to go into detail. I know what I want to say in my own head, but there's things I can point to. There are lots of things I can point to. And my entire school career, to be perfectly honest. I'm glad you love the tangents, Rebecca. People do seem to love the tangents, I must admit. So I don't want to lose the tangents. But it was the thing I was always known for in podcasting, right? It was always the thing. And I've never gotten out of it. It does bring with it a natural ability to waffle and fill time. And if you can do that in an interesting and slightly amusing way, then you can make YouTube videos. If you see what I'm saying. It's this. We're living it now, right? I can just go. And words come out. I'm not thinking about it ahead of time. Nothing is planned. I don't know where this is going any more than you do, right? My brain is the writing team from Lost. And occasionally we end up on something good. Like there's a hatch and they're trying to get the door off, and then they blow the hatch, and then what's down it? I don't know. Maybe there's some Scottish dude down there. Do you remember Lost and how angry we all were? The Disenchantment creators made Simpsons and Futurama. Well, didn't the Simpsons creators make Futurama and Disenchantment? Isn't it that way around? Surely. I feel quite sinister under this lighting, by the way. I might turn the big light on. I don't know if I've got the controls for it on my iPad. I don't. This iPad's so old. This iPad's so old. It knows your mum. I could do with a new iPad. They're too expensive now, though. I don't need one to do stuff on. I need one to like hold while I do live streams. And I got a Fire tablet, and it's shit. It's awful. And I know it was cheap. And for something that like sits on the kitchen windowsill and plays The Simpsons while I do the dishes, right? It's fine, but that's all it's fine for. It's not even fine for like opening YouTube and reading the chat on it, like I'm doing here. How do you know if you have a lack of empathy? I mean, you don't have empathy. Really, I guess. It's one of those, do you feel empathy? No? Then you don't have empathy. Do you see things from other people's point of view? Do you naturally put yourself in other people's shoes and feel that shudder of, oh, I wouldn't like that, or oh, that I'd like that very much, you know, whatever it is when you hear about something else happening to someone? Do you feel their feelings when you see things happening? Can you be made sad when you watch the adverts about the donkeys, the sad abused donkeys that they put the adverts on daytime TV for, that make us all sad? Do those make you feel sad? They make me feel sad. You know, so that's what it is. That's what it is. Have you only just seen the dog? He's there. His head is hanging off the. He's right there. I feel like you can't see him because his head is under the dynamic island bit of my phone, but you can see him on the regular thing. Alexa, turn the living room light on. There we go. Have I just turned anyone else's living room light on, by the way? What's my television doing? All right, okay. It's just turning off the soundbar. And then turning the soundbar back on? Whatever that's doing. I should turn my TV off when I do this, but it gives me so much light. Yeah, like they do those adverts that just play on our emotions so much, and I hate them. I want to save the donkeys. Do you think I'm sat here laughing at the donkeys or wishing the donkeys harm? I'm just getting on with my day, right? I would love to save all the donkeys, but I can't do that, right? You know, so it feels a bit mean to make me like feel that sad about it. I'm just living my life, right? You know, just and like, how good do you think my life is? I'm watching TV at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday, right? I'm not a flaming success here, so like maybe leave me alone with the donkeys, right? Maybe put the donkey ad on after the 10 o'clock news for the kind of sensible person that watches the 10 o'clock news, right? Make them pay for the donkeys. I can't do it. You know. You're right, idyllic axiom. If I were a millionaire, I would save a shit ton of donkeys. I would happily do that. I would have to save the donkey. I couldn't like know there were donkeys suffering like that and not do anything about it. But I'm looking after this. This is the thing, And I encourage you, do what you can to save the donkeys. If you can do that. I think it's just £2 a month and they'll go and save a donkey. Or give it a haircut or something. I don't know. But how does your NPD push people you care about away versus the BPD? Or is it similar? That's a good question. I like that one. For me, it's mainly the BPD that pushes people away. Because there's all the paranoia about, they don't really like me, they're just tolerating me, and they're splitting on people and splitting on my girlfriend and all that crap. And, that still comes on as a thing that I deal with. The narcissism was never really that strong within the relationship. I end up, because the relationship is like a team/group thing, it involves more than me. I become narcissistic about the relationship, not within the relationship. So it's like I'm narcissistic about us as a couple rather than me against her, sort of thing. And also because when it comes to like, I have never wanted or needed that level of control over somebody else that, you hear about in a lot of narcissism. It's just not how I've ever operated. So the BPD has much more of an effect. The NPD makes me unlikable sometimes. Has made me fairly obnoxious and difficult to be around and a bit of a twat. My more cringy moments are all NPD related and they continue. I do my best, but, it's difficult. Where are we? I have moments I guess I'm not sure anymore, and that's my biggest fear of NPD because everyone said it can't be changed and it's the worst disorder, and Dr. Romani said that they should not breed. Did she say that? Because that's fucked. She surely didn't say so, that narcissists shouldn't breed. Because that's a bit much. But no, do it. Breed, everybody. Breed, make more narcissists, and then we'll take over the world. And then where will they be? Don't piss us off, people. We're fucking narcissists, I don't know where that, don't fuck with us. Some of us are nuts, right? I say that with all the love in the world. Some of us are nuts. They know they are. They're building bases in volcanoes. You know? It's a weird thing. But yeah, I don't have that. The narcissism within the relationship, nah. It's... And plus, I'm too self-aware now, and I'm too... Like, I've done the toxic relationship thing. I've done the thing where you constantly got that feeling of, oh, I'm in an argument. Oh, I've said the wrong thing again. And all of this. I can't live like that anymore, so I don't. And I just reached a point where I was just done with the stress of all of that. And I just don't want it in my life ever again. You know, and so things are very different now. But yeah, this idea of controlling your partner and that sort of thing. Yeah, narcissists, we have some insecurities. We have that worry we're going to be left, worried we're not going to be seen as we want to be seen and all of that sort of thing. But the really dark controlling behavior, it pushes the boundaries. It really pushes the boundaries away from us a little bit. You know, do you think it's possible to find love with an NPD diagnosis? I did. So yeah, don't know what to tell you. Right? You are not your diagnosis. You are not that, right? You are a person, and you are someone who's clearly identified problems and is working on them, which puts you fucking light years ahead of most people, right? Just because you've got NPD, don't forget, other people are a mess too. And to varying degrees, other people are a mess too, right? And none of them are going to be working on themselves as much as you are. So already, you look pretty cool in that respect. And the way your NPD plays out, like for me, it doesn't come out in the relationship. It's not like I'm not going to love bomb you and isolate you from your family and then become abusive, you know? And like approaching 3 years in, that's very much been the case. So why should I not be in a relationship? Right? I have my narcissistic things, right? But they're not to do with that. So yeah, of course I should be in a relationship. We're very happy. It's really good. So, you know, is it possible? Yeah. What you need to find is somebody that doesn't go, oh, a narcissist, someone with NPD, I've watched how many videos on that. You're evil. Stay away from me. Right? Someone like that. But then you don't want to be with someone like that because they're a bit of a twat. What you need is somebody who goes, all right, you've got that. How does it play out for you? What's it like to live with? Someone who can have a conversation with you about it. Right? All that sort of thing. That's what you're looking for. So if you can find that, then, you know, that's the goal, right? You know, Point Fire says, I don't think that you're narcissistic. You're in a stable relationship and didn't attempt to control you. No. Right, let me fill you in. Right. I am now post-therapy in a stable relationship, but there was 40 years of my life pre-therapy where not stable, not good, you know, not everything was sound. I've not had the controlling thing within a relationship, and don't forget, right, also for me personally, I'm not full NPD. And as you know, the more that I have talked with, I mean, I think especially with Jacob, who is mainly just NPD, right? And we've been able to compare and contrast what does he go through compared to what I do, because mine has the edge taken off it a little bit, by BPD, which is my main driver and has been the whole time, right? And so those relationships were dramatically unstable and toxic and up and down and fraught with anxiety and raw emotion and that sort of thing. Okay? And had all sorts of issues that were mainly driven by my BPD. So, yeah, I'm not a great example, personally, of what someone with just NPD is like in a relationship, because I'm not someone with just NPD. So it's a totally different thing. And what I found is that this mix of BPD and NPD produces a totally different thing. My BPD isn't just like the BPD. My NPD isn't like just the NPD. It's this third BPD and NPD mix bag thing of stuff that produces its own interesting results. I'm a mix of the two. Uh, so it's a weird one. And so, yeah, I do have the empathy. The empathy is what stops me being such a bastard with the NPD, right? I the stuff I want to do, stuff I want to say on occasion, the BPD holds in and keeps back, right? It's I'd probably been a much worse person, right? Like a significantly worse human being without the BPD. Because there's some dark shit inside my NPD mind. And I think that left to go unchecked would have been horrific. But that's not how I am, so it's alright. Really. What are we saying? My mate told me he thought I have BPD and NPD. I don't. Fair enough. Yes, you're not your diagnosis. I've learned on this journey that I am not my ASPD or anxiety. Just believed I was because of childhood conditioning. Exposure therapy showed me who I was underneath. Exactly. Would my girlfriend do an interview on my channel? She has. There's one on my channel. Go and look at the live streams, and it'll be labeled Rich and Cat. It's on there. It'll be. When did we do it? Not that long ago. A couple of months ago. Bear with me. I will tell you. Because I'm on here, I can go to my channel. I can click on live. Where are we? Rich and Cat Cluster B Relationships Q&A streamed 2 months ago. It's come up really small, but there it is. So yeah, it's all on there. She did really well, bless her. Can I go back to here and then I can see you talking to me? Excuse me. Right, oh, here we are. Okay. I've been told I have BPD traits or the whole thing, but again, being told about I have trouble with the acronyms. CPTSD and emotional childhood neglect, but again, I've been told I don't seem to have NPD. NPD is a tricky one, and it takes just the right mix of stuff, honestly. Yeah, thank you, Point Five. We live in the present, and I've overcome mistakes. I've overcome a lot, to be honest. But, a lot of the problems that I have as people that we have as people with BPD, with Cluster B, they're all based on my inner pain, right? Those fears, those worries, that inner pain that I'm going through. So as I learn to handle all that stuff, all of these things, these negative things that would come out of me just faded away. I don't have that anger and that rage anymore because I'm not in that pain day to day. You know, so I'm doing pretty well at the moment. It's all good stuff, you know. By the way, could everybody hit the like button on the live? I'd really appreciate that if you could all do that while you're here. And please feel free to send a super chat or anything like that. Unfortunately, the lights in the living room don't change colour like they do in the office. I do love that they do that. It's definitely, it makes me feel like I'm living in the future, you know. Wow, super anxiety chick. So 7 years ago, I was terrified to travel across the country, and Belgium is. You're in Belgium, and you were afraid to travel. I mean, gosh, can't you trip over and accidentally travel across Belgium? You know, it's such a small place, but you're going to New York, so that is awesome. So well done. I would struggle doing a solo trip to New York. You know? What's the age? Yeah, I've been told I'm too clingy and needy and insecure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is subjective, like everyone's saying. That's a tricky one. I mean, and I don't know you. I'm not going to sit here and go, well, actually, you are too clingy and needy and insecure, because I don't know. I guess if you have BPD, it's something to keep an eye on. You know, it's one of the things we do is we get clingy and needy and insecure. But that is a very difficult thing to allow somebody else to define. You know, it's because there's such a thing as too clingy and needy for them. I think the trouble is right, where it gets difficult is that we're using the words clingy and needy, which are inherently bad things, right? Being clingy to any degree is bad. Being needy to any degree is bad, isn't it? So we're talking about time you want to spend with somebody, how you want to be reassured in a relationship, the security that you want in a relationship. The less dangerous things that we get from our clinginess and our insecureness and that sort of thing. You want to feel appreciated and loved and cared for and sound in your relationship, like it's not something you have to worry about. And that's no bad or abnormal thing. That's a perfectly reasonable thing that people want in relationships. And you know, if you're with someone who's struggling to give you that to the degree that you need it, you know, that's an issue in that relationship, you know. But yeah, we can all get insecure. We can all need some reassurance, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a bad thing. And when you take into account we don't know your relationship history. You might have had a lot of relationships where your insecurities were justified. You know, so that's gonna have a knock-on effect in future relationships for you. You might become someone who needs that bit more reassurance because it's gone wrong for you so many times. It's a complicated issue, I guess. You know. Where are we? I should have glasses for this. I love my handy bag of stuff. And filthy glasses. These just never, like, How do people keep glasses clean? They don't, do they? That's why we're forever cleaning them. And you think, I'll just not touch them. Like, surely I'm an adult. I have control over my body. I can choose what I touch. Apparently not. Glasses, lenses. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's there. Anyway. 50 Shades of Grey is traditionally clingy and controlling, and yet it's a famous book many people swoon over. 50 Shades of Grey is an absolutely disturbing piece of literature on so many levels. And I hate it very, very much for a variety of reasons. You know, look, we've talked about kink and cluster beef a lot of times. Let's get real, people. Right? That book, that movie is very bad. It's very wrong. It does for kink and BDSM what Trainspotting did for heroin. Right? It's like, that's not what we do, and don't do it like that. Right? It was very bad. It's very bad. It breaks all kinds of consent and behavioral rules and so many things. It's not even narcissistic behavior, it's fucking psychopathic, sociopathic stuff. 50 Shades of Grey is really fucked up shit. Right? It's really bad. So yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I'm reading chat now. Bear with me. You know, I guess it's when the level of reassurance we need becomes a problem. And it can, you know, it can become a problem. And I think we have to keep an eye on that. We have to make sure that we're still full people in our own right, that we don't try to lose ourselves to the relationship and become that relationship, that we are ourselves in that relationship, and that we want it rather than need it. That's the difference. It's that wanting rather than needing. That harsh but fair, I would be okay on my own. I would be sad if this ended, if I didn't have it, but I would be okay and I would get over it and I would live my life. Not that I need this relationship, what will I do without it, etc. You know. I've never seen the Twilight movies. I have no intention of seeing the Twilight movies. I'm going to say there's really no need. Thank you, Point Fire. That was my 1995. 96, 97. When did it come out? It was most of the late 90s, Trainspotting. It just didn't go away for ages, did it? And the soundtrack was fucking phenomenal. And it was just, that was awesome. Oh, that was some good summers. Like 95, 96, 97. Oh, yeah. That was the kind of time that really makes me feel bad for kids today. Like, honestly, you don't know how much better things were. It's so, honestly, things are so much shitter now. Now you have Marvel movies on Instagram, and I feel so bad for you. And you have, like, so much anger and rules. Oh, poor young people today. But this is what Trainspotting reminds me of. Just better times. Isn't it a sad state of affairs when Trainspotting reminds you of better times? Better times culturally, I suppose. That's what I'm talking about. What, sad they stopped making Twilight movies. Didn't they finish it? Aren't there only so many anyway? I don't know. I've never seen a single one and I'm not doing it. And look, I'll watch some shit. Right? I'll watch some shit. Do you know what's playing on my TV behind you right now? Home Improvement. They've finally put 8 seasons of Home Improvement on Disney Plus. I'm just watching that now. That's what I do now. I watch Home Improvement. I will watch some shit, but I'm not watching the Twilight movies. And yeah, the young are suffering. So you think the music of the 90s had a great impact on the 80s generation lyrics-wise? It's like that's the generation that sparked the mental health improvement. We did and we didn't. I think it was coming anyway, but I don't know. The mental health stuff came after me, right? It was after I'd left school. When I was at school, there was no ADHD. That wasn't a thing. No one got diagnosed with ADHD. There was no one being treated for that in my school at all. So I missed the whole thing. How to separate your feeling in a split so it doesn't affect every aspect of your life. The key, do it tomorrow, everybody. I need a do it tomorrow jingle and thing that flies across the screen when I say it. Write that down. That's a fucking brilliant idea, and one we'll do when I'm on the computer. But the key to handling the split is not to do anything. It's so easy. It sounds easy, but it's not, right? You just have to not do anything. Whatever you feel like you should split on, don't. Right? If ruining something, if whatever is, the right thing to do, then do it tomorrow. And it'll be fine done then. Don't do it now. Do it tomorrow. Say it with me, everybody. Do it tomorrow. It's the way. Do it tomorrow. T-shirts are available on Redbubble. Links at earlymorningbarking.com. Also, if you want to book a one-to-one session, they're available at earlymorningbarking.com as well. I've got the system up and running again, so you can book those. Also, just visit earlymorningbarking.com. Let me know what you think. Is it working? I never know if it's working or if it makes sense to people. And I think it should be working. But, people always find a way of it not working. Slow iPad. But do you know what? It's still quicker than that Fire tablet, which is still shit. It just occurred to me, I've never looked at my thing on here, on my page, but I have one. Like, because everyone goes, oh, you should get like a link tree. I do, it's here. I do, and it has links to everything. This is earlymorningbarking.com. It scrolls. Is it scrolling? Scroll. And you can do all sorts of things. There's the YouTube and TikTok and all the other links. So go to there. Visit there, everybody. The trouble is when I go to that, I can't see you guys talking anymore. Wait 24 hours on my day planner. It's the way to do it, Rebecca, I'm telling you. Have I ever shown you the Do It Tomorrow t-shirts? I should do. I prefer the Redbubble stuff to the Spreadshirt stuff. Also, do you know what? Everything's available as stickers. I've had some of the stickers and they're actually pretty good. I don't know if, did I ever show you those? Did I ever show you the stickers? I don't make a big enough thing about it, right? Because I do occasionally just make stickers and put them on there. And everyone doesn't know. Ah. Where are my stickers? I have early morning barking stickers. So we have that's an I throw tantrums sticker. They're all backwards because of webcams. I assure you that in real life they are the right way round. Are they backwards? I'm not sure looking at that now. And there's an early morning barking one and a paisley dog one. There's another type of paisley dog one that I can't show you because it's stuck on the fridge door. I'll get a tattoo on my hand, do it tomorrow. Yeah. It's a good phrase to learn. Do it tomorrow. Oh no, it actually looks the right way around. The image you're seeing is reversed from the image I'm seeing on there. Compared to here. It's weird, but you are seeing stuff the right way around. There's another sticker I've just done called, labelled, it's all just a trauma response. Get a tattoo saying, do it tomorrow. I would almost do that. Oh, he's up. Hello, buddy. Hello. That was a big dramatic, I'm here. You tend to do that though, don't you? Yeah. So he's not well, this one. He woke me up like 6:30-ish, something like that. And I didn't know that he needed to go out. He kept making like he was asking for his breakfast. And I kept telling him no, that it was still sleep time and all of that. And he toddled off. And then when I came downstairs, when he finally got me to wake up, are you staying there though? That would help me out. Yeah? You're a good lad. And so I came downstairs and stepped down from the stairs into the kitchen. Oh, he's on the move. This could go badly. No, he's fine. And I stepped into a pile of dog shit, which was not good, and like diarrhea as well. Like he'd had diarrhea, bless him. So his tummy's not right, and so he's eating better than me today, to be honest. First of all, you don't want to start your day like that, right? If you have a choice, I recommend against standing barefoot in dog diarrhea in your kitchen. Don't, right? Then you sort of, right, so the way he did it, there was a small pile of towels on the kitchen floor that was going in the washing machine, and he did it on those. So they just got sort of bundled up and thrown in the bin outside. I've thrown those out. I will get new towels. There was a fourth towel, which I managed to sort of without, because here's the thing, right? You stepped in dog diarrhea. You can't take a step, right? You can't, your foot is in the shit until you've got somewhere to put that foot, right? And it's warm and it's between your toes and it's shit. And so I managed to find a fourth towel that wasn't as like covered in shit and sort of wrapped my foot up in it in an acceptable way with that fairly quickly, and then sort of with the towel wrapped around my shitty foot, make it to the shower to clean myself, and then take the rest of the shit covered towels out to the bin. I saved one because it was so much shit. It was so much shit. And that was how my morning started. And then, well, and how his morning started as well. And then he's just been shitting a lot all afternoon. It was quite horrid and full of blood by the end from his sore ass. And he's just feeling very sorry for himself. And so he had scrambled eggs for tea, which will block him up a bit. That will help him with the diarrhea. Scrambled eggs for a dog it just glues them up from the inside. It's like like that engine sealant thing that you put in when you've got a radiator leak, but for dogs. So that'll, he's been fine since then. And then he had chicken and rice for dinner for supper. So he's had 2 cooked meals today, which is actually one more than I've had. So, I feel bad for him because he's not very well, and he didn't want to shit in the house, right? He clearly tried to get me to wake up, and I didn't understand what he was asking for. He didn't seem distressed. He just seemed like, "Are you awake? I want a dentist stick now." That's what so of course, he even did the poor please give me things thing. It wasn't a distressed thing. But yeah, we'll see. He's probably fine. And I think it's because he has different food here to when he's at his mum's house. He's moved just off camera to the floor down here. And so I've ordered new food to match the stuff that he does have, so he won't have a change in food when he comes here anymore. So that should help, because it's been a fairly constant thing. And he's a Labrador, so he'll pick up crap and find it and eat whatever. But changing their food really fucks them up. So he's going to get some new food. You look shattered, mate. You look absolutely shattered. He's doing the thing where he's panting but his eyes are closed, like, aren't you? You're adorable. Your nose is wet though. You're fine. He's fine. He's okay, and so he'll be right tomorrow, I think. And yeah, so I've got the food. He'll not eat any more of the food that I got it for him ever again, because clearly it was cheap crap. And my comeuppance for that was standing in dog shit in my kitchen. Oh, look at you. With his head on the Game of Splendor. Are you wanting that there, or is that just, you weren't planning on using that as a pillow, were you? Oh, bless you. Bless you. Look at you. Oh. I have to take a picture of this. You won't be able to see it yet, but is there a camera on this? There used to be. Oh yeah, there's a button for it there. Oh. iPad cameras on the iPad Air 2 were not great. He's being adorable. Sorry, I have to take a picture when he's being adorable. It's the rules with dogs. But thank you, yes, I'm taking good care of him. I'm taking good care of him. I don't know how to do anything else. It's so... Oh, he's my boy. Of course I take good care of him. I have to take good care of him. He's important. He's precious. That's the way these things go. That's what doggies are. Honestly, though, dogs are the best thing. And people who don't look after their dogs properly, I have no time for that. People who treat them like animals. No. Dogs are people, and I won't hear otherwise. You know? Dogs are people. So, yeah. Any questions about anything else? BPD, NPD, whatever. It's fun having you all here. See, this is why I like the Friday night streams. They're so much better. And do you know what? I need a better way of letting people know that they're happening. Are you all signed up to get alerts and stuff like that from my channel? That would be good. I'd like to do more on YouTube. I've been tending to do live streams on TikTok, but I'd like to do more on YouTube. The difference is I have many more followers on TikTok, annoyingly enough. I would rather have that many followers on YouTube. And so when it pings people, I get a much bigger audience. But if you guys keep turning up and, you know, you get alerts turned on and that sort of thing, I would just much rather work on YouTube. It's so much nicer and easier. And that sort of thing. And I like the facility and functionality we have here and all that kind of thing. So I'd rather do this. So turn on the alerts. There we go. Turn on the alerts. Do you know, I was nearly ready to start trying to do an episode of like a Friday night show that I have planned. I'm doing the things to look forward to thing. And I've hesitated on a couple of based on a couple of problems, and I need to just deal with it and get on with it. It's a lot of pressure to try and do a weekly show with a guest, right? Because then you've got to find a special guest every week. So I need to be prepared to like do both forms of it, like a solo show and a show with a guest. And I was going to have a crack at the solo show tonight, but we'll try it next week. No, next week's not good. See, this is the trouble with scheduling a Friday night show. It becomes a difficult thing. Does the bell have to be a solid color to be on? I have no idea, actually. Let's have a look. Turn on device notifications. Oh, this just took me to my actual notifications to allow YouTube to do notifications. So I have to have that turned on. Yeah, that's it. What's personalized? I don't know what personalized is, but I'd go with all. Because then you'll get all my notifications. Would you be interested in doing an NPD/BPD versus AVPD? Is that avoidant? AVPD. I'm not as up on that as I should be. Are you not comfy, mate? Do you want to go somewhere else? What's up? Do you want me to move the game box? What do you want to do? You can come back on the sofa. You can lie down there. You can do whatever you want. You just can't be where I'm sat or where the tripod is. Hello, are you coming to sit there? Hello, mate. Anything could happen right now. He's on the move. He's also licking his balls just down there. That wasn't right. You don't know what to do with yourself, do you, buddy? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? You don't seem to know what to do with yourself. Do you want to sit on the sofa? Shall we sit on there? What do you want to do? It looks like he just feels a little bit awkward and uncomfortable. Right, you're not sure, are you? What do you want to do? Do you need to go outside? You need to go outside. Right, I'm going to take this dog outside because for obvious reasons today I have learned the lesson of ignoring that. So I'm going to take him out right now. Can you just sort of chat amongst yourselves for like 5-10 minutes while I do that? Because then I can continue the live when I come back in. I don't want to. I don't want to cut it off, but just stick with me. I'll be back. I'm going to take Paisley out for a week. Because, yeah, we've learned the hard way today, haven't we, mate? Okay. So let's do it the easy way while we've still got a choice about it. That's what I think we should do. We'll be right back. We'll be right back, won't we, Paisley, bud? Yeah. We'll be right back. Have we still got poo bags? We have. This is good. Okay. Face bit. There we go. Good boy. Right, everyone, we'll be back. Good boy. Right, come see me. Come see me. Good boy. Good boy. We're back. Okay, mate. I mean, you can get up on here if you want, alright? Okay. Hello. Oh, I didn't lose everyone. I lost some people. Okay. That's not too bad. Hello, I'm back. I'm back on the chat. Are you gonna go somewhere, dude? Because I'll pick my microphone up again if you want. Yeah? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? There? Okay. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. That was just a quickie. Literally just out for a piss. Where are we? Yes, super anxiety chick. I would be interested to find more out about avoidant. Talionis, yeah, I like doing these things to not feel as alone as well. That's you. I've never made a secret about it. You guys are my therapy as well. Hi, Dog Training Mexico. Yeah, that interview is there. Go and check it out on the live streams. It's like 8 live streams ago or something like that. I think me and Kat are on there. Oh, good night, AG. How does one know if they've hurt their narc friend if they're not saying it directly? They might be being a bit mardy. They might be being a bit emotional about stuff, I think that would be my thing, right? I'd be being passive aggressive and moaning about stuff and making little digs and being generally a bit of an arsehole. Basically doing anything I could to avoid actually addressing the problem. So look out for stuff like that. Hell, just confront them. Like, have I done something to piss you off? Do that. I'm a big fan of like having conversations and just asking people questions and that sort of thing. And generally I think people are waiting for you to ask that question so they can go, yeah, actually you've pissed me off. Because I don't know, I guess some people, people don't like starting confrontation. They don't like starting conflict. Not even narcissists, I don't think. Not all the time anyway. So yeah, I do think, having that conversation is important. That's the best way to do it. That sort of thing. You know? So you guys like the live streams, don't you? I like the live streams. I prefer to do more of these than like regular channel videos. I have nothing else to say in regular channel video mode. That's ultimately my problem. And like just talking with you guys is so much easier and so much more fun and much more fulfilling, right? I'd love to just do more of these. They kind of need to be better scheduled, don't they? And more frequent, I think. That wouldn't hurt. But yeah, I think we all like the live streams. And the audience number, it's great to have you here. There's not as many people as I would like, of course, but I think once we start getting more regular, that would be good. They could be more professional. They could be more professional. And my goal with live streams from a technical standpoint is to be able to turn the live stream on and start a show, which sounds really simple, but that's not how it works now. Now I turn on a live stream and I sit and I just babble rubbish while I wait for people to turn up. And I need to do something about that. I need to have more stuff that isn't, right? The main point of these live streams is the interaction, but I need more stuff to do when there's no interaction, because sometimes there's less interaction. That's just the way it goes. Sometimes you've all have seen the live streams, right? You guys are really chatty tonight and it's great. And sometimes it's just really hard. Sometimes nobody talks and it just becomes really difficult. And I don't mind that as such, because I know you're all sat there listening to me, which is kind of the main point, right? So that's all right. But the interaction is essential. Oh, this message is held for review. View message. Nope, that's disappeared off the screen already. Where are we? Super chat, live chat, all mess. That's what I want. No, I don't want to do any of those things. Sorry, I'm trying to. One of you sent a message that the system has blocked, and there's no reason for the system to have blocked that message, because it's not actually inappropriate, and I'm trying to make the message show up in the chat, but all it's given me options to do is punish the user, and I don't want to do any of that, because the user has done nothing to be punished for. And either way, it's idyllic axiom. Whatever you're typing, it's not letting it come up for some reason. And I have no idea how to make it do that. I'm not blocking what you're saying at all. I just don't know how to make it do it. Sorry about that. Anyway. Oh, you're talking about your narcissist. I'm with you. Yeah, I think, if someone has cut themselves off from you, let them cut themselves off from you like that. I think it was the first one or two messages that it flagged. And I'm not on that account on this iPad, so I'm actually wondering, will it let me do that? Can I do administration from this while I'm streaming on that? Can that be a thing? What happens if I open the YouTube Studio app? Content? No, there are no controls for live streaming in here. No. Ignore that. Sorry, I'm experimenting with stuff while we go. What if I changed that to that account? And then, there we go. Then watch the live stream, signed in as early morning barking. Something like that. Sorry, anyway. Maybe it will give me more choice now. Doubtful, though. Oh, no, I have community moderation here. Excellent. Block words? No, I don't want to add any blocked words. Sorry, I am learning how we're doing this. I've unchecked hold potentially inappropriate chat messages. So, if you've been holding back any potentially inappropriate chat messages, now is the time. Oh, it's been right. So it's been a month since your narcissist cut you off. Yeah, you do right. You do right. I mean, let them throw the tantrum. What's dude up to? Hello, mate. Coming back under. Do you want to get back up on the sofa? What's up? Do you need to go outside again? Paisley? Do you need to go outside for a wee... Right. Do you need to go outside for a wee or a poo again? What do you need to do? Are you alright? Do you need to go outside? Right, guys, he keeps going to the door. So, I think he needs to go out again. I'm going to call time on this because I need to sit and look after this dude, I think. He's clearly not doing all that good. Thank you for watching. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you've got all your alerts turned on and that kind of thing. There's always more live streams coming up. Sorry for abruptly ending tonight. I'll be back another night. I might even be back tomorrow. I've got a free weekend, so I'll be back soon. You lot take care. Bye bye.